Courey was the Mizzou swimmer who claimed to be raped by Mizzou football players, struggled with mental health, and eventually committed suicide. For this story, I spoke with the University of Missouri system president to find out what's been accomplished in the last year, but I also flew to Toronto, Canada to meet with Sasha's parents to get their grade on those changes.
So Sasha's bedroom is right here. We haven't done much to it.
To the eye, it may look unchanged.
Then haven't washed or replaced them since. I'm not able to do it yet. One day, but not yet. So this is a sheet that she slept in.
But nothing will ever feel the same for Mike Mignoux and Lynn Courey.
Your previous life as it was is really gone, and you just get used to a new life.
Say, it's hard to lose someone, but when you lose a child, it is unbearable. There's a lot of suffering to the point that it froze me.
To thaw out that deep freeze, they tell me they've dedicated their lives to telling their daughter's story, advocating for understanding and a safer environment for sexual assault victims and those struggling with mental health.
My kid didn't want to die. She didn't want to die. She wanted to live, but when she had tried to kill herself in Mizzou, apparently she was yelling out at the police, the system failed me, because she had tried to seek help a few times, and the proper help wasn't there for her.
Everything that surrounded Sasha failed her. And that's a lot of people, a lot of resources. Marissa, good to meet you.
I met with system president Tim Wolf to get his take after he pledged to change the climate regarding sexual assault on campus a year ago.
She just, was bawling. She was crying.
That promise came right after the ESPN report criticizing the university's handling of the incident.
We weren't exponentially worse than our colleagues in higher education. So it wasn't that we were completely asleep at the switch.
But
you still have to go into this as that was our student. How did we fail her or he, and how do we prevent that on a go-forward basis?
1 year ago, Wolf promised.
We're going to be looking at everything.
Do you look at everything?
And then some.
Investigation should have been done at that time.
The school hired a St. Louis law firm to determine how it mishandled the Mignoux Courey case. Wolf created a task force to inventory and assess sexual assault and mental health policies. He then issued Executive Order 41 in October that strengthened the university's response to sexual misconduct and discrimination. The school is in the process of hiring a full-time Title IX coordinator.
And what harassment is.
University staff is required to become mandated reporters of sexual assault and sexual harassment by taking an online course. And finally, students will go through sexual assault training. This hasn't happened yet, but the university tells me it will.
If you take a look at where we are now and compare to where we were in January, it's night and day different.
It doesn't matter how many initiatives you take, if you don't find out if they're actually working in a reliable way, then you're not really sure what you're doing.
If you could go back, what would you change?
If I could go back, Sasha would still be here.
Even if I wish I could go back in the past, and I have to try to do my best to improve things, to transform the system, so then there's support for those that are suffering in silence. And we're hoping to hear good feedback from them, and we're willing as well to offer our help to them.
Right now, Sasha's parents say they have no plans of filing a lawsuit.
If she would be here sitting next to us, I really believe this is what she would like us to do.
My leadership's with me. I have not had to fight them for 1 second about whether or not this should be a priority or not, and I have not had to have any discussions with them about, well, this is your priority, it's not mine, and we can't afford that. That has never occurred.
And both sides say they're not done yet.
So we've made significant progress, but again, it's a never-ending journey.
The university seems to be pretty clear also that it's a never-ending goal as well, and we definitely agree on that. It's something that you always keep adjusting, and you can never forget. You can never say that you're done.
Alone, we cannot have the change happen. We can just start the ripple that will be transformed as a big wave.